Today I'm just going to give you a quick routine to mobilise your lower back. So if you're feeling a little bit of tension through your lower back because you've been sitting for a while, or it just tends to generally get tight throughout the week, I'm just going to run through a nice short sequence of movements just to help release the tension in the lower back and give you a little bit of mobility as well. So we're going to start with just some lying pelvic tilts. So I want you to lie on your back. Now have your feet roughly hip width apart, flat on the floor, and if you've got that slight arch in your lower back, that's absolutely fine. What we're going to do here is just take a deep breath in, breathe out, and tilt the pelvis so your lower back becomes completely flat on the floor. You'll feel a little bit of tension running through your core. This is perfect. You're just going to hold it there and then release out. And with me again, number 2. Breathe out as you tilt in. And release. 3. And release. There goes my rumbly tummy. Breathing in 4. So try not to tense the glutes when you're tilting the pelvis in this position. You just want to close that lower back into the floor, feel a little bit of tension across here, and everything else is just relaxed. This is 5. Really work on that breath. 6. As you're tilting in. 7. Breathing in here, tilt back, breathe out. 8. 9. And last one here, release and bring it back in. 10. Great stuff. Now we've got that rotation through the pelvis, we're going to continue that rotation up into a bridge. So you're going to roll through the hips, lower back's tucked into the floor, come up into a bridge. Breathing out, squeezing the glutes together and just roll back through the spine and down. And same again, peeling each vertebrae off the floor up into that bridge. Keep in line at the top with your hips. So you don't want to overextend too far that you start to get loads of tension in the lower back. You want to keep that rib cage down and roll back down. So continue with me, number 3, pushing up. Feet are just pressed into the floor. And back. 4. Breathing out as you push up. 5. 6. 7. Just a little pause at the top. 8. 9. And last one, breathing out. 10. Good. And then we're going to take it onto the front for what I call frogs. So you're going to come onto your hands and knees. Just start with both knees in line with the hips underneath, and then your feet can come in a little bit, and then you're just going to take the legs out a little bit wider than your hips. Arms are right underneath the shoulders, and then from here you're just going to rock back, sink, and come forward. So we're going through the inner thighs here, so we're stretching through the inside. You might get a little bit of a stretch around the hips. If you want to increase it, just take your legs a little bit further out, and you can actually kick your ankles out a little bit further as well. That will increase the stretch through your adductors, so only take it to where you feel comfortable. Use that breath in here. Breathe out, sink back and hold for a couple of seconds. Back through. You're not trying to push the stretch too much, you want it to feel comfortable, otherwise everything will tense up and be counterproductive. So you're literally just trying to relax into it, release that breath out as you push into it, and try and keep a nice neutral spine. So you don't want to tuck it underneath as you're trying to push into that movement. You want to open up that chest in front of you and just focus on where you're trying to feel the stretch. I've lost count now. We'll just do a few more. Breathing out. more for me. Remember to breathe in through here. Breathe out as you push back. You could spend a little bit longer in that back position if you need to. If you're struggling to relax into the stretch, just spend a little bit longer here. You can also take a couple of deep breaths in and out, just holding this position. And back to center. We're now going to go into what's called a scorpion. So first of all, just lie completely flat on your front, so your head's facing down. Your arms are going to extend to the side of you if you have enough room. Then you can take your legs a little bit further away from each other if you need to. So we'll start with my right hand's coming in, so it's just in line with my chest on the right hand side. I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to kick it back over the top. My left shoulder is still on the floor and I'm just trying to twist my body. I'll get a nice stretch across the shoulder and I'm just kicking that leg out the way. Hold it there. And then come back to center. Extend the right arm out, bring the left arm in. And you're going to do exactly the same, pushing to the other direction. So you can see my left leg is just kicking behind me, getting a nice stretch across that shoulder and around my spine. Just hold. Back to center and then we're going to swap. Extend the left arm, right arm comes in, and just pushing away. It doesn't have to be a huge rotation. Sometimes you might find you get a little click in the lower back or around that area. That's okay. And back to center. And the other side again. As you rotate through the spine, you may feel some stretches across the middle, lower back. It's good to move the spine in this way, because during the day we'll tend to do a lot forward and back, but not much in the way of rotation. So it's good to get your body rotating. And keep using that breath to help you relax into the stretches. One more this side. Coming back to center and through. We're going to go back to the hands and knees, and we're just going to go into a downward dog. So make sure your knees are directly underneath your hips and your wrists are right underneath those shoulders. From here, just tuck your toes underneath. Deep breath in, breathe out, push the heels towards the floor. Into that downward dog for a second. Come back to the knees, this is your relaxed point here. Breathe in. Just trying to sink those heels a little bit more. And back to center. If you find that more comfortable, and you want to just get a little extra stretch here and back. Deep breath in. And you're trying to push into those shoulders as well at the same time. Walk through the feet if you feel comfortable. And back to center. Let's go for 2 more here. Deep breath in. Walking through and back. Last one for me here. Deep breath in. Good. And bringing those knees back to the floor. From here, we're just going to go straight into a cat-cow. So really tuck your abdominals in, push into the floor with the hands. That's a nice big round back to the top here. Breathing out. Breathe in and take it in the complete opposite direction. Head up to the ceiling. Drop Pushing up. And again, remember, breath is really important through these stretches. Start to show your body it's okay to get into these stretches. Try and relax as much as possible. And then everything starts to become easier. One more. And then we're just going to finish off into a child's pose. So sitting back onto the heels. Reach your arms forward as far as you can. Drop the head down. Try and breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and completely relax in this position. As the stretch starts to ease, just reach those hands a little further forward, take some deeper breaths. Just give me 2 more breaths here. Last one, reaching forward. Try the movements, let me know how you get on. Hopefully they help with a little bit of extra movement and stretches throughout your working day.